Hey, Timmy here. I talk about my journey towards becoming a master's student in the performing arts. And today we're going to talk about my audition for NYU and A.C.T. SF. Firstly, I would like to apologize for disappearing for so long, but I have a very good reason. I am now successfully on my journey as a master's student. I'm now a first-year actor in the New School of Drama's MFA program. I'm making this video in one of the school's studio actually. I disappeared because moving to NYC and going through my first semester as a grad student was a lot to take in. But I'm now on my winter break, so I have a little time to do this. I also have a bunch of footage from my whole first semester, but I want to complete what I started, which is the documentation of my audition trip to NYC, so I'm going to complete this series before working on other videos. I also think this is a good time to post the vlogs about my audition experience because I went through this precisely a year ago, and hopefully the vlogs will be helpful to the grad school auditionees this year. Anyway, some background. NYU, of course I had to apply. Like Columbia, Yale, Juilliard, it's a standard. You must apply if you're applying to grad school. Also, according to their website, they have scholarships, including full tuition, and it is their top priority to increase their financial aid pool. So, of course I had to apply. However, they did not waive the $115 application fee for me though. And I found their audition scheduling to be kinda weird. There were morning slots that were like an hour long, like 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And then there were 1.5 hour long slots, like 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then in the afternoon, it was 2 to 4 p.m., which is like 2 hours long. So that was just weird. And a tip here is to pick a slot that's later in the day, like late morning or even in the afternoon. Probably too late now, as most applicants would have picked their slots by now. But anyway, because they wanted us to hold the entire day for them, which in my opinion is ridiculous, and they're just taking advantage of their high reputation as a university. Oh, and NYU is also the only school that asks to prepare 4 monologues, 2 classical, 2 contemporary, and a 16-bar cut of a song. Anyway, this is what went down on the 25th of January 2019. Good morning, it's back to auditioning again. Today I'm auditioning for NYU, the Tisch School of the Arts. And I actually do not have much plans today because NYU told us to hold the entire day for them. So my only plan is just to watch Dear Evan Hansen after the audition today. So excited, let's go! Dear Evan Hansen was actually sold out for the next 2 weeks when I checked during the days I did not have auditions. However, Michael knows Lisa Brescia, who was playing Heidi Hansen at that time, and she pulled some strings and got me a ticket. Initially, I thought it was like a cast member complimentary ticket thing, but I later found out no, it was bloody $200. But it was a ticket to a sold-out show, and I only had so much time in New York at that time, and that show was one show that I really wanted to watch, so I took it. Anyway, the Tisch School is kind of downtown and was really easy to reach from Upper West Side, and when I got out of 8th Street Station, it was like NYU zone. Even the station platform has like an NYU label on the walls. NYU just has so much real estate. Anyway, I was a little early and hadn't had anything to eat, so I stopped by a shop to get breakfast. I actually did not want to eat so early so that my meal would last me longer through the day and I could have just 2 meals instead of 3. Okay, I'm here and walking there. I just got breakfast, and I just want to say NYU is the only university that requires 4 monologues, 2 contemporary and 2 classical, and they also ask us to prepare a 60-bar cappella song to sing, which is like a lot, but I know we should have like 2 contemporary and 2 classical monologues in our book, but for us to actually use all of them, like wow. I'm walking there. once I walked through the grad acting program glass door, it was like a battlefield. No, it was like the audition room or the holding room of a casting call for a real job. There were quite some people and not enough space, and the receptionist even gave us paper forms to fill out, and we submitted the form together with our headshot and resume. But the admissions people were really heartful and made it a point to say everyone's name correctly, as in the name owner's preferred way and not like an anglicized version or pronunciation. So that was nice. After I submitted the necessary, I sat down in the hallway to have my breakfast so I wouldn't distract the other candidates with the smell of food. Maybe I should have. I waited from 10:30 a.m. to about 11:30 a.m. I think, before I was called to stand by as a group to be next in line for the audition. Okay, now NYU's audition format was a little different. Other schools that I applied to so far had either an audition plus interview and then a callback if you're through, or an audition, then a callback plus interview. NYU had 2 auditions before a callback plus interview. I think that's perhaps because of the volume of applicants that they receive. So in the first round, we auditioned not for their faculty. It was like a first screening by their grad program alumni or even graduating students, and I cannot remember the names of the kind people who auditioned me. But whether alumni or students, I really liked them and how they conducted the audition. I thought they really took care of auditionees and really wanted us to do our best. I say that because they took the time to speak to me as person first, and even though the talk was about the weather and how I felt being in the US and NYC for the first time, it was good to get me comfortable in the room. And then they asked me for my monologues. I did Laertes and then Tom Wingfield. After I was done, I was out of the room and just waited for results. At about 12:30 p.m. they called out the names who were through to the callback, which was actually the real audition to the faculty members, and I heard my name. There were, if I remember correctly, only about 10 of us from the whole 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. group. Thinking back, that was so crazy because just auditioning for their students/alumni, people were already massively cut. These people did not even get the chance to meet the NYU faculty. That's brutal! Oh, while waiting for my audition, I saw that the American Conservatory Theater, also known as A.C.T. San Francisco, was holding audition in the same space, different rooms but the same space, and they allowed walk-ins. I had extra headshots and resumes with me, so I just signed up on the spots using one of the shared computers in the space on the portal as per instructions from one of the people in charge, paid the fee by credit card, and worked with them to have my turn after my NYU audition. Anyway, I did not get through the second round for NYU. The panel was 2 faculty members. I was prepared to deliver the 2 other monologues that I did not present for my first round, but they asked for the same monologues that I did. Presenting the same monologues for the second time, I guess my performance was a little stale. I say that because I remember one of the judges, I remember her looking like she was bored out of her mind as I was doing Laertes. I should have gone with my gut and insisted on presenting the other 2 monologues. Anyway, I found out by about 2 p.m. that I was not through to the final interview session, and I went in for my A.C.T. audition. I did the same 2 monologues, kind of like a challenge to myself, but also like a big gamble to like unstale, to freshen up my performance. But I came out of the room feeling like they were still stale. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. So I'm just done with my NYU audition. I went through to the callback, the first callback, and then did not make it to the second callback when they do the interviews. But overall, it was a really, really nice experience. They were nice people. They talked to you before the audition and they looked you in the eye, and they had somebody in the room with you to direct your monologue to instead of to a wall. Yeah, so that was very nice. And in the same building, I signed up for a walk-in audition with the A.C.T, which is the American Conservatory Theater based in San Francisco. So I paid down the spot and I went in, and now I'm just around until 4 o'clock to see if I'm due to the next callback. But right now I have a little bit of time, so I'll be headed to Grand Central Terminal to get my tickets to New Haven tomorrow. Let's go!
Attention customers, for your safety and the safety of...
I am in Grand Central Terminal right now. As you can see, it's a huge train station with an awesome ceiling. And I just got my train ticket to New Haven for Yale's audition tomorrow. I got a one-way ticket because I'm not sure what time it will end, and the information counter people just told me that I can get a same-day ticket when I want to come back from New Haven. So that's pretty cool, and it's only about 17 bucks for a one-way ride for a 2-hour train. So that's pretty awesome, pretty good deal. So I just came back to NYU to check the callback list, and nope, no callbacks for me for A.C.T too. But that's fine, that's okay. It was very sudden, very unexpected. I just signed up for it, I just walked in, but I feel good about my audition. I did what I did, I stand by my choices. If they don't like me, they don't like me. That's completely okay. So I'm actually free for the rest of the day. I'm gonna be headed to Bryant Park to get some footage of the Winter Village, and then tonight it will be here at Henson. Let's go! On the way to Bryant Park, I made a stop to try out Chick-fil-A, which does not exist in Malaysia. And honestly, it was not bad. I liked it. I got some spicy burger thing, and I thought it could match Malaysia's level of spiciness. I'm impressed.
And then they also they want to come out.
Yeah, I'm at Bryant Park. Oh shit. Pretty flying cafe. Trees. And that, in the middle, is ice skating ring. Let me bring you closer. Okay, maybe I'll do another one. My nose is running because it's so cold. See, so happening. These are like globes to sit in. It's like so fun. And you can see them working on the ice. Like, not urban skate, but urban space. Yeah, so there are like, woo! Go people. So there are like these stalls around. And they sell like a lot of stuff, like just very New York-y stuff, like art and food and t-shirt. It's really like a festival because stuff there is not exactly cheap, but they're like nice things to try. Trying these. It's called pierogi. Pierogi, right? Yeah. Pierogi. These are traditional Polish dumplings. Oh, that was so good, so satisfying, and it makes me warm, if nothing else. Now I'm headed to the Music Box Theater for Dear Evan Hansen. Music Box Theater, Dear Evan Hansen. I was actually an hour early to the show. I thought the show was at 7 p.m. but it was at 8 p.m. So I took the time to explore Manhattan some more.
have a little time to kill, like an hour to kill, let's go to the drama book shop at on 40th Street. I think it's like 5 blocks away, but let's do it. Let's explore. Oh, I feel so dumb now because I looked and I realized that they closed last Sunday. I think that must have been the storefront and now it's just closed. Or it could be this one. But oh shit, I feel so dumb now that I didn't visit it before it closed. Damn. Okay, now I gotta walk back 5 blocks in the cold. So I am just done watching Dear Evan Hansen. A little bit of vocal issues from Taylor Trench, the guy who played Evan aside. The show was everything I expected it to be, just nice and emotional and relatable and touch all the right feels and just awesome, overall awesome. And I would actually forgive the vocal issues because the cast actually told me they basically had a full rehearsal before tonight's show. So I understand it's a very emotional show, it's a very taxing show emotionally and vocally, so I would forgive him and I thought everybody did a good job. After the show, some of the cast members came out to sign. Zoe came out to sign, Connor came out to sign, Alana came out to sign, and Lisa Brescia, the lady who played Evan's mom, from whom I got the house seat from, came out to sign, and we had a moment there. We were talking about the school and working, and we ended our little session by putting this out there. We said to each other, we hope we'll be able to work with each other in the future. So that's like a nice intention to put out into the universe, and hope that comes true. I also bought the book, the novel, because they have a novel now, just to see how they translate from stage to page and to see if I can find any literary gems inside. And they signed both the book and the play, so that was very nice. And after seeing the show, I also think while it is a very taxing show emotionally and physically and vocally, I actually think it is within my capability and I would like to do this show. I would like to be in the show. I would like to have my hand on the show. So let's see, what is out there.
And that wraps up my 4th day of auditions in NYC. In the next video, I will talk about my final audition on the trip for the Yale School of Drama, including my trip up and down New Haven, Connecticut, and my experience watching Wicked. So stay tuned, follow, and subscribe. Thank you, bye! By the way, I will be starting my spring semester and I'm already planning for my 2nd year. I will need all the help I can get to pay my tuition, so this is me reaching out to ask for a hand to keep my journey going. I'm open to ideas and I'm available via social media and email to further discuss. Talk to me!